CONTON CANDY are a band who really launched to success with they had that really big single. I think it was last year actually, and they just went from relative obscurity to being a band that everyone was talking about here in Japan and in other places as well who listen to Japanese music. You might be in one of them. Hello, but I thought that I would give them a bit of a seriousness and do a reaction to one of their videos. They've just had a new song just come out yesterday, so I thought I'd jump on board with this. Yeah, I've been kind of aware of CONTON CANDY for a while. Even before that single, I've been kind of aware of them, aware of their rough sound. I know they're kind of more of a simple, stripped back, kind of chilled indie band for the best part. But yeah, that song that they came out with was really, really fun. The one that sort of launched them up. And I can't remember the name of it. Can't remember the name of the song. But yeah, I'm really interested to just check them out anyway. So let's jump in and see what this new song sounds like. There's a lot of kanji in the name. So the first one is Hana, is in flower. Hanabira. Wait, Hanabira. I'm thinking of Momona Hanabira by Otsukai now. And then Hanabira to, and then the Nama something. That's where the something with the blue something. Kanji's beyond me. I should know that kanji, but I don't. Let's listen to the song before I embarrass myself any further. Got that melancholy feel already. I love the sort of way the visual's done. Band just playing in the background. That's pretty. That's pretty. It's that quintessential example of a song that's all chords and melody. Got that campfire quality, do you know what I mean? There's another aspect to this that I'll get into in a minute where the video's got some positives and some concerning negatives about it as well. Such a pretty melody though. Very much a chorus-focused song. Again, playing to that simplicity of the song overall. And I don't mean simplicity in a negative way. And it's clearly what they're going for. As I said, a very stripped-back sounding band to begin with anyway. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly just, I'm going to see if I can load up the lyrics for this song. Let me just see if I can grab those off the internet, just while I was talking about it. So, because I think I feel like there's a deeper meaning to this, and I want to relate to that partly in what I could see in the music video, because the music video was interesting. But first of all, let's just, there we go, I'm just going to type in the name into Google. Let's just quickly talk about what the song was doing musically here, because it was... And again, I'm always cautious when you're talking about songs like this that have come out when they've come out in a like a single, which I'm guessing this is, because when you've got a song that's released as a single, obviously it's designed to have a slightly different purpose from a lot of the album tracks, where you can be more experimental, or maybe the song was picked as a single just because it was one of the more simple and infectious ones. And yeah, from the perspective of what we're hearing here, it's very simple. It's very much about the chorus. You know, I always feel like you're coming back around to the chorus. But I would say that that's actually one of the qualities here. Is it's very, again, it's got that gentle sort of campfire-y quality where the chorus is very pretty, but you come around to it. It's not a particularly long song. Well, actually, it's almost 4 minutes, but I tell you what, it doesn't feel it. It feels more like 2 minutes, which is always a good sign of a good song to begin with. But it comes back round to its let me just quickly, just typing in Conton Candy. It comes back around to its chorus quite a lot. And so for me, yeah, it's very much about delivering a very catchy song. But I think there's more going on in the meaning. So what I'm currently doing is I'm trying to find the lyrics for the song I've Googled to look for the lyrics, and it's suggesting Spotify is the thing that came up. So I'm having a look on Spotify to see if I can find the lyrics for this song. But I tell you what, the Spotify UI is absolutely horrible. So I might have to ask you guys to help me discover. Well, geez, how is it this hard to navigate Spotify? Oh my word, it's absolute nightmare. All right, I'm just going to open up the single now. Let me put this on screen so you can see what I'm doing, so you can see the nightmare that I'm dealing with. So we go through here, and I'm just trying to find where are the lyrics for this song, because maybe in here. View credits. Oh, I can't be bothered. Like, this is ridiculous. This should just be a button, surely. Anyway. No, it's ridiculous. I'm not bothering with that. Okay, so the reason I want to know more about the lyrics is because I was kind of intrigued by the fact that the video is showing a lot of screens. You know, we got the screen of the TV, we got the screen of the projector, we got them both looking at their screens, and the majority of the video is them maybe paying a little bit of attention to each other, but paying more attention to the screens. And this was interesting because watching the video, the feeling that I got from it was this feeling of how it's cool to have all that tech and everything. And don't get me wrong, I've got like 2 projectors in here, which is partly for the stuff to do with the channel. I've got that, I've got a bunch of computers, like old laptops and stuff. I've got my phone and all that. Yeah, but I'm always very intent on being away from screens as much as I can. And so watching this video, I got the overwhelming feeling of it just being a little bit depressing, actually. And I mean that in an intentional way. I think it feels like it was designed to be like, not like depressing, like, oh my God, this is so terrible, but more a case of like there's a sort of melancholy, disappointing feeling to these 2 people who they're just always looking at their phones. Like when she's in bed, she's looking at her phone. When he's on the toilet, he's looking at his phone, and just they're looking at screens all the time, and they're not really paying attention to each other. And so for me, like that was the thing that the video seemed to be screaming, was that there's and then he just leaves for work, and there's no real goodbye, there's nothing. They're just kind of, she's still looking at her phone, and I don't know if this is just me applying personal biases, but I looked at it, I was like, God, this video is it's really quite, it's a picture of a very sad scene, you know? So the video made me feel like it was trying to project something more of the meaning. Now, the title of the song doesn't seem to suggest anything about that, but I could hear like she was talking about in the, I could hear like she was talking about kotoba, words, the use of words. This was a big thing that I could hear in the lyrics, but I couldn't quite make out enough of the lyrics to know exactly what she was saying. So I guess I really want to get the full lyrics for this. I just tried a little Google search and I couldn't find them properly. but it was just that awful Spotify thing. So maybe they'll come about. This is still a fresh new song, so there might not be lyrics available for it yet. But I would love to know if anyone can give me more details on this, or maybe I'll come back once I've read them and do a second video to follow up on it. But musically, there's not a huge amount in here. It's very gentle, refreshing. It's light. I like the way it goes between the guitar picked bits that give you like that sort of gentle feeling, and then into the strummed parts. I'm not going to name any names, but some of Conton Candy's peers kind of lose me for the fact that they're just constantly jangle, jangle, strum, strum, strum. Don't get me wrong. As someone who plays rhythm guitar but not lead, I am all for the strumming. But you've got to have it in moderation. It can't just be strum, strum, strum all the time, because the guitars are rather thick and rounded sound. So if you can have it as the main instrument in the rhythm section of your music, it can't be strumming all the time. And I like the fact that they did that. They punctuated it nicely for such a simple song. The picked bits going into the strum bits. This is such a basic thing, but it's a thing that not enough people do. And it was nice to hear them nailing just a nice, well-balanced song. It felt much shorter than it was, which is always a positive sign. It had a catchy chorus that didn't get irritating. Every time it came round, you more felt like you just wanted to sing along. In fact, it was more melodically pleasing than even catchy, which for me is a really strong suit. Her voice sounded nice in this, kind of light, breathy voice. But again, missing that thing that so many other bands get wrong. There's so many bands out there who do that style of singing where it just sounds like life is so hard. But no, she kept a light, breathy voice, but she was singing. There was a nice melody to it. This was just a good example of how to do a chilled song that feels like it's got a bit of depth to it. I can't wait to find out how much depth it has got to it. This was cool. I enjoyed this. Is it going to set the world on fire by doing something we've never heard before? No. Is it a nice little pleasant, thoughtful song for a summer's day? Yes. And sometimes that's enough. We don't have to reinvent the wheel every single time. Just most of the time. Anyway, I really like this. Get in the comments. Tell me what you think, especially if you know more Conton Candy than me. As I say, I've been sort of gently following their career for a while, but never really diving into it. Let me know if there's anything you think I should check out. And until I hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one of these, for now, ciao, ciao.